Hey there, welcome to Scholarship Cafe. I'm Olumiwa Igbalajabe, your scholarship pilot. Today, I'll be talking about the Korean government scholarship and other exciting opportunities in the UK and Germany. So, grab a cup of coffee or drink, sit back, and let's get started. If you are a returning subscriber, high five. And if you're new here, I'm glad to have you on board. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button and share this video with your friends. We're starting today with the Korean government scholarship, also known as the GKS or KGSP. Oh, listen up. Yeah, because I'm speaking from experience. I had a scholarship back in 2013 to study for my master's in Korea, and let me tell you, it was an unforgettable experience. In fact, I flew for the first time in my life, courtesy of the Korean government scholarship. And the best part of this scholarship is that the scholarship is open to you. Three of my subscribers had the scholarship last year, and they're currently in South Korea. And guess what? This year, the Korean government is inviting a whooping 1,300 international students to apply for the GKS program in Korea. So if you want to take your education to the next level and immerse yourself in a vibrant cultural hub like Korea, that is your chance. Do not miss this opportunity at all. Let's start with how to access the form, which is actually a big deal for a lot of people. So we have it posted on our job board as well. You can just type Korea and it will come up with options for you. So just click on the 2023 Global Korea Scholarship, and then you can click on the apply for a position. This is the web page. I will keep it at English, and you can see the 2023 Global Career Scholarship for Graduate Degree, which was posted on the 10th of February 2023. Please click on this and it brings you this page. And as you can see, like I said earlier, in 2023 Korean government aims to invite 1,300 international students for the 2023 Global Career Scholarship Program for graduate degrees, as well as visiting professors and postdocs. So I want to encourage you that please create a folder on your laptop or your desktop and download at least three of this folder of these files, the application form, which is what you have to fill and send to Korea. The university information contains the list of all universities in South Korea that are currently in the program, as well as the application guideline and FAQ. What are the benefits of the GKS program? In the program, you're exposed to 1 year of Korean language if you're applying for master's, plus additional 2 years of master's program. And if you're applying for PhD, you have additional 3 years of the doctoral program. And research positions can start from 6 months to 1 year. So if you are a prospective postdoc or visiting professor, you can stay in Korea from 6 months to the period of 1 year. The benefit of the scholarship includes airfare from your home country and back to your home country, settlement allowance, monthly allowance, research support fee, Korean language training fee, tuition, medical insurance, and a lot even more. So the question is always like, how do I apply for the scholarship? It's a bit complicated. The forms is a lot, the guidelines is a lot, like 58 pages, and I'll try as much as possible to break this into smaller pieces. But again, I want to encourage you to download this guideline, which contains program objectives, programs at university, program quota, eligibility, document to submit, selection procedure, application and evaluation, final announcement, and the scholarship information. Basically, the essence of the Korean government scholarship is to provide international students with opportunities to study at higher education institutions in Korea in pursuit of academic degree, which would enhance international education exchange and deepen mutual friendship between Korea and participating countries. For the program at university, you have 1 year of Korean language, like I said earlier, plus 2 years of degree program for masters, 3 years of degree program for doctoral, 6 months or 1 year for visiting professors or a postdoc. And if you are applying to the scholarship, there are two basic routes which you can apply. It's either you apply through the embassy route, which gives you the opportunity to apply to three universities. We'll cover that later. Or you apply through the university route, which I did during my time, but you can only apply to one university. So it's a bit tricky. You have to be very careful and you have to choose wisely. I always tell people sometimes it's better to secure a professor in any of this university as a backup if you do not get a scholarship because it's competitive. So for the embassy track, subtotal of 650 candidates are expected, and for the university track, a total of 650 candidates are expected, which makes up the whole 1,300 candidates. So there are two types of university you can apply to. You have the type A university and the type B university. So please go through this guideline and check this out accordingly. You can even send an email to any of this institution and try to see which one is fast enough, like I did in 2013, and then you can make a decision to see if they have your courses or not. You also have the R&D universities, which also gives room for people to apply. For the embassy track, you can see a list of countries and their quota. For instance, if you're applying from Nigeria, the quota for the embassy is 6, which means that a lot of people will become competing for 6 slots if you're applying from Nigeria. And if you're applying from Burundi, it only has 1 slot. Cambodia 10 slots. For people from China, they will be competing for 29 slots. And if you're from Mongolia, it's 14 slots. If you are from Albania, 1 slot. Algeria, 2 slots. And if you're from Benin, 1 slot. If you're from Brazil, you have to compete for 6 slots. From Russia will be 15 slots. So make your choice wisely and select whether you want to apply to the embassy or the university track. For the university track, again, for applicants from Nigeria, you're competing for 11 slots. If you're from Cambodia, you're competing for 23 slots. And if you are from India, you're competing for 25 slots. If you're from Indonesia, 42 slots are available for grab. So please go through this document very well to ensure that you understand what you are putting your applications for. Especially you want to submit a strong application, you want to submit a competitive application, and this is the time to start. And as a matter of fact, you need to be sure that the deadlines for those universities are on your mind so that you will submit your application as soon as you can. For the eligibility criteria, your parents must hold citizenship from another country other than Korea, and if they previously had Korean citizenship, they must have renounced that. So please go through this eligibility criteria to see what it entails to apply for the scholarship. For you to apply for the master's program, you need at least a bachelor degree. For you to apply for a doctoral program, you need at least a master's degree. For those interested in postdoc, you need at least a PhD degree. You can apply for postdoc without having a PhD, right? And for exchange professors, you can, you might have a master's. In Korea, there are a lot of professors that they do not have a PhD, not necessarily have a PhD. So please, you can apply as a visiting professor to Korea with a master's degree. For the grade, there are specific grades that are required, a minimum required benchmark for the scholarship. If you have a CGPA of 2.6 over 4, you are eligible. CGPA of 2.80 over 4.3, you're eligible. CGPA of 2.91 over 4.5, you're eligible. At least a CGPA of 3.23 over 5, you're also eligible for the scholarship, which is like 80%. So you should also check this guideline for the CGPA converter, and you can do that accordingly. Even with this minimum CGPA, you have to have other documents or like expertise, skills, like maybe you have an English proficiency, which might help you to be a better candidate, because tons of applicants across the globe are applying for the scholarship even with high CGPA, and so you need to present a strong application because you're competing against a lot of people. For the age, you must be under 40, born after September 1, 1983. So if you're more than 40 years of age, you are not qualified for the scholarship. Academic professors should be under 45 years. So if you're 50, if you're 46, you cannot apply as a visiting professor or postdoc. Yes. So for the countries that are eligible for the scholarship, you can see it here, the whole GA recipient, 98 countries: DR Congo, Egypt, Mexico, Moldova, Nigeria, Pakistan, Togo, Tunisia. Please check out this list for your country and apply accordingly for this scholarship. There are several restrictions. There are a few restrictions you have to look at if you're interested in the scholarship. If you're a person that has graduated from an online curriculum from a career high school, you're not eligible for the scholarship. And if you're currently in your final year at a career university, you cannot apply. Previous GKS scholars cannot apply as well. So please check out this guideline before you drop your application. And for the documents to submit, we'll still cover that later. You have the application form, the personal statement, the study plan, depending on master's, doctoral, or research program. Please once again go through this document to understand what is required of you. For the proof of citizenship and family relationship, I use the National Population Census certificate during my time to indicate my parents' name and where they stay, and that they are my parents. For certificate of graduation, you must have graduated on or before the 28th of February 2023. This rule was changed this year. Before, you must have graduated before the resumption, which will be like August 2023. But if you haven't graduated, if you're in your final lap of your program right now, you cannot apply for the scholarship. So I will encourage you to possibly apply next year. So basically, the selection procedure is this. For the embassy track, you have the first round of selection. You can apply to at least 3 universities. You're recommended to NID, which is the NID, which is a board that evaluates candidates against a pool of candidates from your country. And the application document is recommended. Application document arrive at NID. Then the second round of selection happens. Then the third round of selection happens. Then final announcement of GKS happens. And for the university track, you have the first round. The university selects. They conduct an interview. They recommend to NID. NID select, and the second round of selection is announced. And then once you get the second round of selection, your name is there. You're sure, 80% sure that you will resume your career in August 2023. So you can check the timeline for the applications here, and most importantly, please check the institutions to see when the deadline is. For the main point of evaluation, your application is reviewed based on your citizenship, your level of education, your academic grade, etc. Also, the committee evaluates each applicant competency through document examination and oral interview. Like most institutions will conduct an interview to understand why you're interested in their country, why Korea, why you're interested in the university, your long-term goal, your study plan, and a lot of other things. You get additional points if you have a topic level, or maybe level 3 or thereabouts. You also get additional point if you have English language proficiency like TOEFL, TOEIC, or IELTS. So if you have IELTS, I will encourage you to please indicate it in your form. And the final announcement, especially for the embassy track, will be via email on the 14th of June 2023. And I think this is also the same for the university track. So by June 14, 2023, you should actually know if you get the scholarship or not. So that is that about the Korean government scholarship. The guideline, please check it out. You can see what it entails in terms of scholarship benefit, and also you have the GPA conversion table, as well as the contact email, phone number, and address of contact of Korean embassy in your own country, especially for people that want to apply to the embassy or people that want to clarify things about notarization of documents. In most cases, institutions do require that you notarize your document before you send it to Korea. But again, you can negotiate to say, oh, maybe the cost of notarization in our own country is expensive, and then you would love to notarize your document during the second selection stage. So at least you would know your fate after the first selection if you want to invest in this or not. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and for new subscriber, I want to encourage you, please subscribe to this channel and also spread the news to the world. So let's go through how to fill the form. This is the 2023 Global Career Scholarship Graduate Degree Program. Yes, the application checklist. If you're applying to the embassy track, please click this, or if you're applying to the university track, please click on this. Remember, you cannot apply for the two track concurrently. Please indicate the name of institution receiving your application, your choice university. Also indicate your full name, your country of citizenship. You have the list of documents to submit here. Please check each of the boxes, or you check them. If you're applying for masters, these are the required documents. Please check them out. Filling the form, this is very important. For the embassy track, please, you can click on general, or you oversee Korean, or your teaching professional, or research. For the university track, either you click on general, or your regional university, or R&D, or research. For the degree program to apply, either you select master's if you're a prospective master's student, or doctorate degree if you're a prospective doctorate degree or research. For the desired field of study, you can select multiple fields: liberal arts, social science. If you're a microbiology, zoology, biochemistry, that falls into natural science, arts and sport, education, medicine, engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. Remember, this scholarship is for everyone, both STEM and non-STEM. If you're interested in artificial intelligence, please indicate that accordingly. For information of the applicant parts, please indicate your full name, given name, middle name, date of birth, your Korean citizenship if you have one. If you've ever been a Korean GKS scholar, please indicate your contact information, your address, like your surface mail address, your phone number, email. Make sure you write your email properly, because you will get correspondence via this email if you're selected for the interview or not. For the part of choice of university and department, please embassy, like I said earlier, you can apply to at least 3 universities. Indicate the names of this university, your field of study, department, and others. University track, you can only apply to 1 university. And please indicate the name of the university, as well as the field of study, division, and the department. If you have a language proficiency, let's say you have TOPIK or TOEFL, TOEIC, IELTS, please indicate a score in the form. Your level of education from high school to bachelor degree, master's degree, to doctorate degree. For people that wants to apply for postdoc, please indicate that. If it is not applicable to you, you can just put NA, or you do not fill it. The eighth part is like the cumulative GPA of your previous degree. Please indicate the GPA, CGPA, converted CGPA, and the score percentile. Like I said earlier, you need at least 80% to be qualified for this scholarship. Previous, if you've ever received scholarship in Korea before, please indicate it. If you've ever visited Korea before, please indicate it in the form. And the Form 2 part, which is very important, the personal statement, they really want to understand why Korea. What is the motivation behind you applying for this program? It's not just about leaving your own country. For me, I mentioned the fact that there was no infrastructures to carry out molecular study in Nigeria back in 2013, and the reason why I'm applying for the Korean government scholarship. I mentioned my educational background as a microbiologist, the significant experience I've had so far, like my research expertise. I also mentioned events that has a significant influence on me. For instance, leading strict campaign against women trafficking in Ibadan, your state. I mentioned my leadership experience and why I need to get the scholarship. The fact that I will become an ambassador of the Korean government scholarship system, and when I go back to my country after my program, I would invest in early career scientists. So please check out those points accordingly. Write them out somewhere, edit them. You can even send it to your mentees, your mentors, to help you look at it, or your friends to help you make or criticize it accordingly, and then you can copy and paste it in this column. For the Form 3, that's the study plan. You need to write how you would improve your language to Korean and English language, while in Korea are also, before and after you come to Korea. So they want to know, okay, are you going to be watching Korean movies to help you, improve your language skill? Because we understand that they provide a year of language program, which might not be enough. So maybe you will participate in university activities to promote the language and culture, or you want to be on Duolingo self-study. Yeah, that's fine. So you want to indicate those things there. You also understand the fact that they will provide 1 year of language, and so you're anticipating, you're excited about the opportunity. The goal of study and study plan, especially for people into research, yeah, you want to mention what is the problem statement, what are you addressing, the objective, the contribution to knowledge. So for me, I always encourage people to secure professors that might actually help them to craft this part of the form, and then this also gives you a kind of advantage when you do not get a scholarship. The professor might decide to fund you in his or a lab or his or our group. For future plan after the study, it is very important that you are discreet here. You don't want to write, okay, after my master's, I'll get a PhD in Korea. After my PhD, I'll get a postdoc in Korea. After the postdoc, I'll get a professorial position. Then maybe the essence of a scholarship is defeated because they want you to contribute to your own country. Like I said earlier, I mentioned the fact that I was going to go back to my country and become an ambassador of the Korean government scholarship. In fact, there's so many alumni groups set up in each countries now that they want to track the applicants so that they know that they are also benefiting to their home country. So you want to be discreet about this. You want to talk about the fact that after your program, you're going back to your home country and then contribute to the system as an ambassador of the Korean government scholarship program. Research proposal is for people that are visiting Korea as a professor or postdocs. So if you are applying for the master's and degree program, you do not need a research proposal. The big part of this is also recommendation letter. You want to get recommendation letter from people who can attest to your ability to work independently or in a team, intelligence, aptitude and attitude, potential, future collaboration, and cultural adaptation. So in most cases, you need to get a recommendation letter either from your supervisor or your professor or your teachers. You don't want to get a recommendation letter from random people that cannot attest to this quality. You don't want people that are familiar enough with you, or you don't want to get a recommendation letter from friends. Please make sure you get recommendation letters from professors or teachers that can attest to these attributes for you. They can talk about your leadership skill, your research skill, your communication skill, your cultural adaptation. This is very important when evaluating your application for their scholarship, and make sure they include their name, their affiliated institution, their position or title. They could be a professor, they could be like a doctor, their email, their phone number. Please make sure they type at the below box and make sure it is well written, and then they seal it, put it in an envelope, then they write or seal the envelope, then they write on the flip of the envelope, the back flip of the envelope. The letter of invitation is for people that are visiting Korea as professors or postdocs, so you don't need it if you're applying for master's or degree or PhD program. Please read the applicant agreement, the personal medical assessment, write out, things that might, I mean, for the personal medical assessment, please indicate this appropriately, yes or no answer, and if yes, please provide the explanation. The last part is, the consent to collect and use personal data, and once you agree or disagree, just fill everything out, write the date, the applicant full name and signature in everything, and once you're done, please print it out, and after you print it out, put your passport here, size 3 centimeter times 4 centimeter. Please put your good looking passport here, and just send the form via surface mail to Korea. Check out the university zip folder in the first page to see which universities you're actually interested in, and get a contact person's email address and write them. You can also negotiate if you would love to send the e-copies before the surface email arrives. So you might have a concession in this part, negotiate accordingly, and then you will be waiting for the interview date. So that is that about the Korean government scholarship. Please, once again, go to the front page on the GKS page, which I provided in the link. Provided a link in the description section. Download this folder, and if you need a folder, I have it already downloaded. I can also send it to you via email. Just indicate your interest. Hey, listen up, future master's degree seekers, this is for you. If you're keen to save a cool £15,000 on your tuition, then you want to check out the University College London Global or Masters or Scholarship. The sweet deal is aimed at helping out international students from lower income backgrounds by supporting their full study for any program at UCL. So if you are looking to take your education to the next level and want a helping hand along the way, then do not hesitate to apply for this fantastic opportunity. The deadline is still the fifth. The deadline is still till on the Thursday, 27th of April 2023 by 5 p.m. BST. All programs are covered, and 15,000 is provided for at least 1 year. For the eligibility, you must be eligible to pay the overseas fee rate. You must come from a lower middle income country, and you must have submitted an admission application for a full-time master degree at UCL in 2023 or 2024. For the value, the benefit, and duration, get ready to hear more awesome news, guys. There are whooping 75 scholarships up for grab at the University College London for in 2023-2024, and five of them are actually reserved for India. And this scholarship worth a whoop, oh my god, a whoop cool. And this scholarship worth £15,000, like I said earlier. So if you're interested in the UC Hall scholarship or Global Masters scholarship, I would encourage you to please apply accordingly. Once again, the deadline to apply is the 27th April 2023. Next, this scholarship is for aspiring writers, the Global Voices Scholarship at the University of Eastern Anglia. If you're interested in pursuing a master's degree in creative writing, prose fiction, biography, and creative nonfiction, script writing, or poetry, then you might want to check out this scholarship. It is aimed towards teaching fees, maintenance, and the total value is £20,000. Available for 2023 session, and international fees criteria: faculty, Faculty of Humanities, Literature, Drama, and Creative Writing, subject MA Creative Writing. The cost and country, if you're interested, you're from Africa, you're an international candidate, you can get this opportunity. And country of domicile, any future further criteria: nationality, any country in Africa. The deadline to apply for the scholarship is the 5th of May in 5th of May 2023. So please, once again, if you are interested in pursuing a master's degree in creative writing, prose fiction, biography, and creative nonfiction, please check out the scholarship at the University of East Anglia in the UK. Lastly, from the UK, if you are a prospective postdoctoral fellow, especially in the field of non-science, I would encourage you to apply for the London Interdisciplinary Social Science Postdoctoral Fellowship. They're offering 7 ESRC funded postdoctoral fellowship, and the fellowship can be based in any of their partner institutions like King's College London, Queen's Mary University of London, or Imperial College London. And this scholarship, the coverage includes up to, like, they provide fellowship up to 1 year full-time or up to 2 years part-time to cover the fellow salary, plus additional £10,000 which covers travel, conferences, attendance, training, field work, mentoring, etc. The deadline to apply for this postdoctoral fellowship is still the 23rd March 2023. Please check out this documents accordingly. The link to apply, the link to this page is dropped in the description section of this video. Finally, let's go straight to Germany, which is the last opportunity we'll be talking about today. The development-related postgraduate course EPOS scholarship is one of the famous scholarships in Germany, which provides foreign graduates from development and newly industrialized country from all disciplines who has at least 2 years of professional experience to take a postgraduate master's or postgraduate course in Germany. In exceptional cases, to take a doctoral degree in Germany. Who can apply for this scholarship? who can apply for the scholarship? Graduate with at least 2 years of professional experience from ODA countries. So you can check the list of countries to understand if your country is there or not. And we'll talk about the list of postgraduate courses with deadline later during the course of the video. The duration for this scholarship is 12 to 42 months, dependent on the study program. And what do you get in return? You get monthly stipends, which is the tune of 934 euros for graduate like masters, or 1,000 euros for doctoral students. You get payments towards your health, accident, or personal liability insurance is covered. You get payment towards your travel allowance, unless these expenses are covered by your home country or another source of funding. And under certain circumstances, you can also get monthly rent subsidy, and you can get monthly allowance for accompany family members. And to be selected, you need at least a bachelor degree and at least 2 years of professional experience, and you should be able to prove your motivation is development related, and you're expected to take on social responsibility and initiate and support process of change in your personal and professional environment after the training or scholarship in Germany. The importance of the scholarship is enormous. You have the access to have Schengen visa, like the resident permit in Germany gives you the room to travel to other European countries, which are the Schengen countries, about 24 countries, without applying for their visa. So if you're interested in the development related postgraduate course for STEM and non-STEM in Germany, you already have 2 years of work experience, professional experience, I want to encourage you to please apply for this scholarship. Let's take a look at the courses offered, the deadline. For instance, economic science and business administration or political economics. You can see the list of universities involved. Most of the deadline is still later part of the year. For instance, if you're applying for master's program in international development economics, the deadline to apply for the scholarship is 31st of August. If you're applying for engineering courses such as natural hazards and risk and structure engineering, the deadline is 15th of October 2023. If you're applying for natural sciences, let's say MS in marine biology, the deadline is still the 15th of October 2023. If you're interested in masters in public health, which a lot of people do write me, you have the deadline here, 15th of October 2023. So you can write the institution right now to say you're interested in this scholarship and how do you go about it. For non-STEM, masters of law in intellectual property, international media studies, you can see the deadline. This is the 15th of October 2023. This is near already. International media studies, 31st of March 31st of March 2024 is not even there. That's more than a year to where we are. So please check out this list. I also have the link in the description section of the video. Please check out this list and apply for the EPOS program accordingly. So today I've talked about the Korean Government Scholarship. I've talked about the opportunity in UCL. I've talked about the Global Voices opportunity at the University of East Anglia. I've also talked about the ESRC Postdoctoral Scholarship in the UK, as well as the EPOS program in Germany. I want to encourage you that there are tons of opportunities on Scholarships Cafe. We have about 250 active positions that covers funding for masters, PhD, postdoc, as well as faculty. So please, I want to encourage you to click the subscription button, subscribe for position alerts on Scholarships Cafe to be part of the family. And if you like this video, please hit the like button, share with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to be part of Scholarship Cafe. Once again, hit that like button, it doesn't bite. Share with your friends to be part of this journey, and thank you so much for returning subscribers. And the new subscriber, I want to welcome you to the community. Please drop your comment in the comment section, and until I see you the next time, please stay safe out there and stay blessed. I wish you all the best in your applications. Bye for now.